Lee, disappointed afternoon for the side. How do you see the performance today?
Yeah, disappointing on every level really. No excuses. You can talk about no games being played since before Christmas or not being able to train, but I suppose most teams will be in that. Maybe Loughborough have the luxury of training, but it's irrelevant. I mean, first and foremost, they are a great side, and obviously they're one of those teams that will be looking to win this league. So there's no excuses from us. We just weren't at the races, and we weren't at it at all today to the levels we would expect. So yeah, really disappointing on many levels.
What do you think went wrong really today in the performance?
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the first 5-10 minutes, the way we started it. I mean, it's a long way to go when you're talking about the first 5-10 minutes. Looked organised, had a clear game plan. But yeah, I think 4 of the 5 goals we stopped playing and we're moaning about the offsides. It's irrelevant whether they were or weren't onside. If the officials don't give it, you keep playing, and Loughborough kept playing, and we went on pause for 4 of those 5 goals, and we're 5-0 down before we know it. I mean, it makes no sense. Then you go second half and not the same sort of thing. We had to make some changes, and then we go second half and we kind of go, right, now let's do this, and we go out. But again, we gave them so much time and space. They could just take a touch, get their head up and find the back of the net. And as you saw, these players can shoot, and they did, and they put some in the top corners, but they shouldn't be getting those shots off in the areas they were at. So yeah, we've just got to get the basics right. It's not even football really. It's just mindset and wanting to do something. You come in 5-0 down, you've at least got to go play a second half and get something from that second half. So, but we didn't, and really disappointed with the players and overall really, and that's not like us.
Do you feel like it could be a bit of a reality check of like looking at, given that, like say, the team's not played for a couple of weeks, but looking at the performance, that is this been one of the low points of your managerial career?
Yeah, I've never been beat by this many in all the years I've been coaching. Not in a competitive game like that really. It was, the players said it was a long game. I kept saying to Al, how long's left, thinking there was 10 and there was about 30 minutes. It's just not acceptable really, not at this standard. It's step 4, it is a reality check for some players and where we're at and so on. Don't get me wrong, this was never a season defining game, but you want to at least come here and be competitive, and you want to at least be here and show what you can do, and with or without the 3 points you want to be proud of the performance you put in. I'm not saying we're at Loughborough's standard, because clearly from today we're nowhere near. But we are good enough to be in this league, and we just need to show we are. And there's no point in just going, right, we'll beat the bottom 2 or 3 sides if we can, but then we'll throw these games away. You've got to play against everybody in this league, and you've got to give them a game, and that's what we're here to do, and we didn't do that today, and that's what's most disappointing, I think.
If you kind of maybe in a couple of days' time actually sit down and actually reflect on sort of the game, and what sort of positive could you actually take out from this performance? I know it's a difficult one, given the scoreline and that, but what sort of positive could you take out from this game?
Yeah, it is a difficult one because there's not many. Obviously the emotions running high. First 10 minutes, if we could do that for 90, we'll be in every single game. But it was going to be a long afternoon sustaining that really, and there's just, of course there's always things to work on in training, but some of the things today has got nothing to do with training. And playing for pride of yourself and the club and everything else. And it wasn't everybody, but football's a team sport, so we've all got to take responsibility. And I'll be racking my brain ready for training for Tuesday, because we've got County Cup next, and then we've got County, and then it's February, and it doesn't stop. So these players, we've got to get to training, we've got to get together, and we've got to be all on the same page and get back at it, because we've got to change what we're doing and change it quick, because there's no rest.
Yeah. In terms of, there was a couple of key decisions in that second half, the penalty, which of course was saved as well. What did you see? What was your view on that?
Yeah, I thought it was a soft penalty. I guess from where he was, it looked like Holly took the player's legs, but listen, she felt a touch and she went down, and that's part of the game, and it was given. Great save by Chloe, obviously, and the girls were buzzing about that. And it's a tough day for a goalkeeper, so to have a little bit of a buzz around saving a penalty, then take that one from that. But yeah, from where we were, I mean, we couldn't see whether onside or offside. We can't see it from the ref's point of view, so I'd rather not talk about it. And then the players, it's irrelevant if it's on or offside. We didn't play. We stopped playing. and you can only play to the whistle. And whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. The game went on. Loughborough took the chances and deserved the win.
So of course next week then you mentioned the County Cup then against Stamford, a big game, and of course kick-starting our defence of the County Cup. What's your thoughts ahead of that?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It'll be nice to get a break from the league after today, but at the same time we need 2 good sessions, 2 good working focus sessions. We'll completely change the way we set up and the way we play against Stamford versus a Loughborough obviously, so it might suit us a little bit better to do what we're going to do and train the way we're going to train to get ready for Stamford. But make no mistake about it, if we play like we did today, we're going to be in for a heck of a game, because they're not a bad side, Stamford. And you know what? It's County Cup, so where you are in the league goes out the window. It's a little bit like FA Cup, really. They'll want to beat us, and they'll be up for that game. So we better be ready to make our stand and keep this cup, because if today's mindset turns up, we're in trouble. So we need to be ready for that.
Thanks for your time.
All right.